Did you ever give Thousand Year Door a chance? Or the original Paper Mario? Of course not. There's more RPGs that he would love that he will not play.
I just haven't gotten to him yet.
Bullshit!
Never gonna get to him.
I will. I promise I will.
To be honest, he did play through X-Men, the Ultimate Alliance 3, so.
Which I'm surprised about.
I did. Whole thing.
But it's Marvel, so I think it's the whole comic book thing.
But it's the fact that it was real time.
And
I'm surprised he played it.
Well, it's real time. It's an action RPG though.
But he also loves that franchise.
And I loved Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2.
True,
yeah.
And the X-Men Legends games.
And yes, I was not a big fan of the first one, but I loved the second one.
The Apocalypse one.
Yes,
was awesome. That's my favorite.
Oh, now we're going against the Phoenix. Phoenix. What is the Phoenix team? I can't remember who Phoenix was. Oh, it was the Phoenix Cardinals at the time. It's not the. Now it's the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
I completely forgot that they moved.
Because isn't it Phoenix, Arizona?
Yeah, but they are no longer the Phoenix Cardinals. They're the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah.
That's weird. Mm-hmm. Why is the whole state the Cardinals?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
Because maybe the state owns them. I don't know.
Maybe.
But, oh, that's right. I wanted to take a look at the standings to see how they're doing.
What, your injuries?
No. Like the Cardinals, how the Cardinals are as a team.
Lose.
To see if this is going to be...
They gotta lose.
Well, they do, but I want to see how badly I'm going to beat them.
Well, it's you, so it's anywhere from not at all to what the hell just happened.
You are just...
A pessimist? An asshole?
Yes. And yes.
Well, back to the RPGs.
Yes. Okay. They're gonna punt. They're gonna punt.
If you were to play a Paper Mario, I would recommend Thousand Year Door before the first one.
Really?
Even though there's really no, I mean, they're not related.
Do they?
Really.
Does Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door does Thousand Year Door follow the events of the first one?
About as much as a Mario game does. Holy shit!
This is not good.
Nope. Not really. There's really no correlation between the two. But I think Thousand Year Door you would like more story-wise. But it plays better. Obviously, it went from N64 to GameCube.
To GameCube,
so
yeah.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
But I mean, that one's perfect. You only have 2 party members. That's it. You have Mario, and then whoever he has as a partner. It's easy peasy. There's no real difficult stat progression. There is some grinding if you want to do some grinding, but it's like Mario RPG.
Mm-hmm. I did play through Mario RPG recently.
Yes,
and I love that game.
Did you beat it?
I did. And I beat Kulix. And I did it entirely with Mario, Malo, and Gino. That was my team.
Really?
That was my team.
No Princess, no Bowser?
Nope, never.
Wow.
Oh, so you did get past that one part that was messing
The
up?
Yoshis?
I didn't. I never did it. I never went back to it.
Really?
Because you have to tap. You know how it's. You have to alternate. You have to push AABB, and it's like I couldn't get used to that.
That's weird.
So you went back to playing it on the actual.
No,
I just kept playing. You don't have to actually do that.
That's a side thing?
That's a side thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Motherfucker, we tried so hard.
I thought that was part of the story.
Oh no, it totally
this
wasn't.
Motherfucker.
It's because you can get good stuff. If you win the cookies,
to beat Boshi.
If you keep getting cookies and then you feed there's like this fat baby.
Yeah.
Then you get stuff for it. Yeah, no, there was no point to you guys doing that.
Thanks, appreciate it.
I don't know why you were trying so hard.
I wasted so much time in my life trying to help you, Paul.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're a better person for it.
No, I'm not.
That was a good fucking catch.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Roger Craig. But now we're gonna try to. I tried to go forward. It didn't work. Huh? What do you know? You're wrong.
It's better than going backwards and losing 10 yards.
It's because my quarterback was getting the ball. Damn.
Do you ever really use Bowser when you play?
Here and there. It's just, honestly, he's really not. He's not essential.
Not really. I think it's just the shock factor that you have Bowser in that game that kind of made it interesting.
Because Gino is actually better, in my opinion. Like, I think he's not as strong, but he's more balanced.
Yeah.
And Malo doesn't really have that much power, but he's your primary healer when you don't have the princess. No, when you don't have the princess, because he uses the HR or the HP rain.
Right.
And so that's your primary healer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, I had more trouble with Smithy than I did with Kulix.
Really?
Yeah, with that team. I actually had to rely on red essences against Smithy. I never used a red essence with against Kulix.
Huh. So what do you get for beating Kulix?
You get something called the Quartz Charm, which is just like a metal that you can wear. No, it's not cash.
Cabbage.
Oh, cabbage. It's not cabbage. But it's. I think it just raises your attack and. Oh God, get him! Fuck! That was my safety.
Raises.
I honestly I can't remember because I never ended up using it.
Of course not.
Got him. Yeah, that's right. Punt that shit. And don't fumble this time, Carter.
Run out of bounds this time.
I'm not... Dude, I literally was in the middle of the field surrounded by 4 people.
Could have stepped out of bounds.
Could not... Yeah, sure I could have.
See? You could have stepped out of bounds.
Yes, I could have. I was so close to out of bounds. It's not even funny.
So, Kevin, once you're done with FF7, where do you think you'll go to next?
Oh, boy.
I know it's a loaded question.
I don't know.
No? I know I have quite a ways to go for FF7, but I think I'm actually going to go for Persona 5 Royal. I think I'm going to try to finally start that one.
Yeah, I don't know. At the moment, I really don't know what else I have to, that I want to play through. So.
Well, you can give Trails of Cold Steel finally a shot. That'll be a very different... Holy shit, dog. That'll be a very different mindset. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Because you're going from a action real time to a very, very thought out, methodical turn base.
Gotcha. All right, we'll get it back. We'll get it back. So
what game do you think they should remake next? Like, if they were going to do another Final Fantasy remake or something, what do you think they should do? I have a feeling I've asked this question before.
I don't think you have, but...
Well, maybe not on Power Trip. I don't think I asked Kevin. Jesus Christ!
Oh my God, this is a joke.
Jesus Christ,
This is a joke. Every time I get the fucking ball back, I fumble it.
Maybe he's hurt.
Yeah, he is.
I think your guy is injured, dude.
I'm gonna have to check. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check.
I don't think he's got hands anymore.
He doesn't.
Rosenbag! And
come on, and I hit the fucking quarterback!
What do they got? Fucking Peter Parker on this team? Flip, grab it! How was that sick Spider-Man reference? I brought it full circle, boys. You killed a spider and you got Spider-Man out of the game.
Man, you're good at these references. This is
killing
not good.
Sports games bring the best out of me.
As much as I would love to see them remake 8, I highly doubt that'll ever happen.
You never know.
Oh, they're gonna...
I think 8's a little... See, what sucks is...
I would rather, honestly, get a new Vagrant story.
That would be cool. I would like to see a Vagrant story. What sucks about Final Fantasy is 7 is basically the cornerstone of
the modern
of all Final Fantasy lovers. Like, that's their top choice. Most people who love RPGs or Final Fantasy in general tend to gravitate towards 7.
Well, 7 was a lot of times it was because 7 was a lot of people's first RPG.
Yeah.
A lot of people did not play RPGs on NES or Super Nintendo and stuff.
No.
PlayStation was where they started them, so...
Well, and it's funny because I've noticed the big tip, it's like there's 7 in the middle, and then people either fell in love with the earlier ones or they fell in love with the later ones, like 8, 9, 10. Maybe not so much 8 and 9, because 8 and 9 was kind of a weird gray area for Final Fantasy to a lot of people.
Still one of the best.
I liked 9.
9 was garbage.
I liked aspects of 8. I liked aspects
wrong.
of 9. I did not care for 10, but I appreciate what 10...
Oh, 10-2 was the best, though.
See?
I think you mean X2.
Yeah. Cross 2?
Cross 2. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Sorry. Thank you, Sony,
dumb
for
shit.
Thank you, Sony, for confirming that.
No,
Cross 2.
I watched my younger brother play through 10-2. While, yes, it's basically a watered-down Charlie's Angels game, because that's what it feels like.
What feels like Charlie's Angels?
Final Fantasy X-2. Did you ever see anything about it?
It's the full female cast, and they play dress up in the middle of battle.
Yeah, you change classes and it goes through an entire outfit change. Yeah, they're naked for like a hot second. Wow. You don't see anything, but
no, of course not.
Have you ever watched Sailor Moon?
Yeah, I know what Sailor Moon is.
You know when they transform, it does that thing. That's pretty much they do the same exact thing. Yeah. Which then Final Fantasy 13-3 Lightning Returns kind of revisited in a weird way with the dress spheres.
Of course.
Or with the whole outfit changes, but at least that was fast. Like, you changed classes quickly and it made sense. Mm-hmm. What 10-2 brought is, it was the ATB gauge still, but things happened.
There we go.
Things happened all in succession. So, like, there was no... Like, all right, the things go, okay, it's my turn, I'm going to make my action. Okay, it's the enemy's turn, he's making his action, but it's still like the ATB. It was, if your turn came up and theirs turn, things happened simultaneously. So, at one point, my younger brother, in a fight, used the Phoenix Down on himself on accident.
Okay.
Something killed him in the middle of the animation, the Phoenix Down revived him. He revived himself with a revival item because something killed him in the middle of using that item.
Oh, wow.
It was awesome.
That's cool.
There aren't many RPGs where that could happen.
Yeah.
It was just the game felt faster. Mm-hmm. It was a lot quicker paced because Final Fantasy X was purely turn based. There was no ATB gauge in that one. It was all turn based, which was a weird, almost step backwards for the Final Fantasy franchise because it's been ATB since.
What does ATB mean?
Active time battle.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's where the gauge fills up and everything still happens while you're in your menus.
Because I want to say 4 with Kane, Cecil, and all that was when that started. Because then 5 had it, 6... did 5 have it? 5 might have been turn-based as well.
I don't know.
5 is Aleph, or Galuf.
Yeah, Galoof.
Yeah.
Galoof.
I know, obviously, 4 and 6, the 2 and 3 we got here. That was all ATB. Then, obviously, 7, 8, 9. Holy shit. Then 12, obviously, was ATB. 13 was ATB. And it's pretty much been ATB ever since.
Yeah.
Except 15.
There it is.
15 really wasn't ATB.
Well, 15 was action.
That was a weird one. But yeah, but it wasn't like
a hybrid.
It wasn't like a button masher. Because if I'm not mistaken, doesn't he always attack as long as you hold the attack button?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
doesn't he just string together attacks?
But you could also time it, I think, to do different things.
Could you?
Yeah.
I know you could rotate through your weapons.
And then... Yeah, and 15 was also weird where it's, I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm going to throw my sword up there, teleport out of combat, heal, and then throw my sword and teleport back into combat.
Honestly, that's where 15 lost me. The whole teleporting around. I liked the world itself when it was explained to you, but I couldn't stand the characters. I couldn't stand the battle. Like, a lot of this shit just felt flat. It felt like a Final Fantasy trying to be an open world, but it wasn't.
Well, it felt like 12 all over again.
Well, 12, at least, to its credit, had a pretty decent story to it. It was alright. It wasn't anything groundbreaking at the time, but it was still a pretty decent story.
Yeah, but, like, you had an open world that was empty.
Well, it's 12 in a weird way feels like 7. Where it was an open world, all of your fights happen in that spot. Well, I suppose 15 kind of did the same thing, too. 13 kind of went back to the arena kind of thing. But, yeah, it was... I don't know, boys.
You just don't know.
But yeah, like, Vagrant Story would be a good one to remake.
Oh, come on.
Like I said, I would love Xenogears to be remade, but I don't see that ever happening.
Hell, I wouldn't even mind seeing a Xenosaga. Like,
well, that's not Square.
I know it's not.
That's
but
Namco.
Xenosaga would be kind of a cool remake.
And he's still doing all of his stuff with Xenoblade and stuff like that.
That comes out next month. So Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive, which I'm super pumped for because I love 2. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was fan-fucking-tastic to me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the remaster of the first one.
I don't even know if it's so much a remaster as it is kind of like Final Fantasy VII was. Like, it's a full-blown remake.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they said they're adding all sorts of shit.
Well, yeah.
4th and 40! I guess they're adding some, content to it and some story stuff to it.
It's getting some new stuff added to it, but it's not a full-on remake.
Well, I suppose
It's literally getting new HD textures that
they're adding story segments,
and then they're adding some stuff. It's more like the way Final Fantasy 12 did with like the international version, where it got the extra stuff.
I suppose, yeah.
Or like Zodiac Age for the re-release again.
Yeah.
So it's like that, where it's yes, it's got some extra stuff, but it's not a full-on remake.
Yeah, I suppose not. I thought they were adding more story segments to flush out some of the story.
Oh, they are, but it's not quite nowhere near like the extent that 7 is.
The 7 remake was more of a reimagining than a remake.
To be honest, it wouldn't shock me if Square gets into some shit over this.
No? Or, yeah?
Because
why would they?
Because I remember, like, when they first announced it, and everything Square put out about it was, this is going to be a faithful remake of Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
Oh.
So they've been misleading people with their marketing since the beginning, and I only know of one interview where I think it was Nomura himself said this isn't so much a one-to-one remake, it's kind of like a reimagining, but all of their marketing stuff has been about how this is going back. It's a it's a faithful thing, and I wouldn't be surprised if they get in some shit over it.
I don't think so. Because honestly, that was a statement they made, what? How many fucking years ago?
Well, no, it's something they've said this entire time during development.
Yeah,
repeatedly.
I suppose, but
it
still,
wasn't just a one time at the beginning when they announced it.
Right.
It's been every single step of the way when they start showing stuff is this is going to be a faithful thing. This is going to be faithful. It's going to be faithful. And then the final product is to a certain extent, but then it isn't.
I was about to say, it has all of the aspects of the original. Like, there are those key story moments that happen in it. Like when they do that flashback to when him and Tifa are on the water tower when he tells her about going to Soldier, that was still there. Like there's still enough of the original to where they can say, yeah, this was pretty much faithful. Because honestly, if it was a 1-to-1, this would not have succeeded.
Yeah, it would have.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it would have.
There is no way.
The fan base still would have bought it.
I don't think so.
Yes.
Well, they would have bought it, of course.
Oh, they would have.
But yeah. I don't think the hype would have quite been lived up to as what they put out.
For the Final Fantasy VII fan base, yes. For everyone else, no.
They could have done anything, and the fan base would have been hyped because
Look at Sonic.
Because of the fact that they announced the original announcement for Final Fantasy VII was a frickin' re-release of the PC port. Come on, they could not be let down at that point.
Yeah, right. They set the bar so low.
Exactly.
Well, not to mention there is still that speculation that this is what's going to save Square right now. So,
is Square on like?
It's speculated that they're not doing very well financially.
Oh,
and I find that hard to believe.
I find that hard to believe too.
Not me. They don't. What else have they been doing lately other than like
all the IPs that they have? Come on,
dude. That's like Konami saying Konami's doing great. They're not.
Yeah, but what has Konami put out?
That's exactly the point.
Square Enix still puts out titles. Outriders is Square Enix. That's coming out on PS5.
They're publisher, not developer.
They still have a say in it. You know they're not.
Well, yeah.
Besides, the publisher-developer relationship nowadays is nowhere near what it was in the NES era, where pretty much the publisher is only, here's the money, do what you're going to do. There's definitely more influence with publisher stuff now than there ever was, considering Square Enix is big enough to be its own developer. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they're working in tandem with another team. But, I mean, as much as I know you hate it, Kingdom Hearts is still a big fucking series. And that was, when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, a lot of people bought it. So, I mean, I find it, I refuse to believe that they're having any sort of struggle